Let's wait for people to come in.
That's good because I'm still eating my chip.
Yeah, I know, we're still eating chips. No, it's okay. We're hungry.
Do you want a chip? I should have offered.
Veggie harvest.
Yeah.
Drag queens are hungry.
It's tomato, basil, and cheddar.
Mmm. So good. So good. Okay, we have 2 people.
Hi!
Hi, Spilled NYC citizens. This is Bella Noche, also known as Isaiah Cruz. I'm a contributing writer for Spilled NYC, and this is another Cocktails and Contours. I'm here with my very special friend, Miss Gilda Wabbit.
Hello.
Doesn't she look like everything you want like a 90s Charmed villain to be?
Thank
I
you,
love
thank
it.
you.
No, I love it. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
But as with Cocktails and Contours, we always start off with a cocktail. And I'm actually in a new place. I am in, I'm down the Wabbit hole in Astoria. We are broadcasting live from Astoria, and we'll tell you about that, a little bit of that in a second. But we are going to start with a shot, because that's where we go hard. And we have a show to do tonight.
We do!
We have a show to do tonight, so we're going to talk about that. Oh, thank you, Zoe. She said we look stunning.
Aw, she's the best. Hi, Zoe.
And I know. So you have a choice. Do you want peach or do you want pineapple? Such fruity choices.
Our chaser is lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's yellow. Technically, it's yellow. It's not lemon.
I know you were into some weird shit, girl.
But come on, water sports. But I think the pineapple would probably taste best with it.
I'm down pineapple.
Slay.
So we are drinking New Amsterdam pineapple because it's fun. I'm usually not a vodka drinker, so this is gonna be really interesting.
Well, I'm a vodka pineapple girl, so this is.
I know. That's what I was just
right
saying.
up
I
my
was
alley.
like, Gilda drinks like vodka pineapples and like citrusy stuff. So
Cheers.
down the hatch, chicas. Yes.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
that wasn't too bad. But cheers again.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't. But the chaser is here.
Mmm. Ooh. It's gonna be a fun night, ladies and gentlemen.
Already, girl.
I know. So thank you so much for tuning in. I wanted to have you back on. So Gilda is my first repeat guest.
Oh my
yet
god.
technically, you're my first repeat guest. Yet technically not really, because she had an identity crisis of sorts, and she was formerly known as Beverly Leslie Sills. You can catch that video on Spoiled's video archive or on my YouTube channel. We had a fun time with that. But now she is known as Gilda Wabbit. Hi Debbie, thank you. You rock too. Yes, we're reading comments, shout out questions. We are here to just kiki with you guys.
Yeah. Should I tell them?
I was gonna say, so one of the things that is interesting in the drag community, you give yourself a name, and usually it says something about yourself or your personality or who you are, and like with most things, you can change it if you want.
Amen. That's what drag is all about, right?
I know, reinvention.
We're the Madonna of artists.
So what was it that caused you to change your name in the first place?
Well, first of all, I would like to say that I think it's very hard to say Beverly Leslie Sills and have it come out clearly and have an audience understand it.
It's clever, but...
Thank you. It is clever also if you get the references, if you know who Beverly Leslie and Beverly Sills are. But if you don't, you're just like, she's a pretty girl with a pretty name. Which is why I felt like it was sort of limiting. That I was really stuck in this, like, I'm a pretty girl.
Right, well it's very like starlet, Hollywood.
Right.
You know, yeah.
Which is very much a part of who I am.
Absolutely.
But I'm also like a big clown. And I am really, really into cartoons, and I wanted to sort of pay
a girl
homage
after my
to
own
that,
heart, in case
right?
you couldn't tell.
Slay! So Gilda Wabbit is referencing the What's Opera Doc episode of Bugs Bunny, and I thought that would allow me to sort of play with what I was doing more.
Hit love if we have any Looney Tunes fans out there.
Hey!
I love Looney Tunes.
That's off! It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so
Do you know, exciting news. Did you hear that Animaniacs is coming back?
No!
I'm
We're the
so excited.
Animaniacs.
It's so, that was like one of my favorite cartoons when I was little, and they just announced yesterday, Steven Spielberg, all the voices are coming back, Animaniacs is coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen,
and I'm so excited.
If you ever need to cast a singing drag queen on the Animaniacs, I am your girl.
If you need to cast a replacement of Slappy Squirrel, I'm your girl.
Slay. We know our brands. We
do in our brands. So, as in changing, because like people knew you as Beverly Leslie Sills, and it was something that you had built up, and you had a following. You still have a following. Was it hard getting people to switch to saying your name, or was it hard to convert people? People like, who the hell is Gilda Wabbit? I was following Beverly Leslie Sills. Like, what was that process like?
Well, I was at a point in my career where I was small enough that I felt like a change in my name wouldn't affect me long term or for a long period of time.
Right.
And that I had a small enough following that I could speak to my followers individually, essentially. Right. I only had, I was doing 2 bar gigs a week. And one of the bar gigs was like all tourists, so like they didn't give a fuck who I was because they were going to be there next week anyway. They just wanted to be entertained and drink. And the other bar gig, I like knew all the regulars really closely. So the transition was really pretty easy. And then, after I transitioned to Gilda Wabbit, I had this sort of brief, viral moment of fame.
She can't stop talking, ladies and gentlemen, trust me.
Thanks to the Future Liberals Want meme. And that really gave me my following that I have right now.
He said we'd be great public access TV.
Oh my God,
I'll take that. Thank you, Eddie. I'm here every other week. Make sure you tune in. We'll start a petition. Bella Noche for public access TV. She'll be my first guest.
Hey, slay. But that sort of gave me my actual following that I have today. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's like a really lucky break, though.
It was
like,
huge.
It's like blessings.
Yeah.
That's great. So have you? So because I'm a Looney Tunes buff, so when you said your name, I was just like, oh, yes. Mm-hmm. How many people know when you hear your name versus how many people do you have to explain what your name means?
A lot of people get it. And even if they don't get the reference, they like get the pun. Like
right.
Gilda Wabbit sounds like kill the rabbit. So most people are like super into it. And I love when someone really gets it, and when I say it, they just start cackling.
Yes, that was me. She said I was just like, you stupid bitch. But I love it. I love it.
I'm grateful.
Which one of us had a stroke? I don't know.
He's
I'm
talking
feeling
about me, I think.
Oh. I said she looked a little pound cake. You know that like Alaska character she creates, but like a really dark version of it? I'm about it.
I also, you can see, my eye makeup today sort of accentuates the fact that my eyes are not even. Like on my face they're not even. This one's higher than this one, and I have not figured out how to fix it yet. So maybe that's why I was like,
maybe that's what it is. That's what it is. I don't know. I feel like a stroke is a hard thing to pull off. Like if you went into your makeup saying, I want to look like I had a stroke, it wouldn't happen. Right. It'd only do it if it would be an accident. But
well,
that's okay.
I'm the most beautiful stroke victim. You
exactly.
can have a stroke and be glamorous too.
I'm about it. Glamorous strokes, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry if anyone actually there was like really sensitive to strokes, but
trigger warning.
Trigger. Sorry.
Listen,
sorry.
It's okay. We're not Kathy Griffin or Donald Trump, so we're doing okay today.
Girl. All right, let's talk about Kathy Griffin. So, when you first saw that picture, what did you think? And I want, because Kathy Griffin is a hot thing right now. She's like apologizing and everything. I want comments. What did you first think about Kathy Griffin's Donald Trump picture? I want to know. And if you have a great response, we'll read it on. We'll read it live.
And if you don't know what it is, Kathy Griffin had a video that was posted on Instagram of her.
If you don't know what it is, go on like just like any sort of internet.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't been on Facebook for like 48 hours.
Donald Trump's decapitated head. And
hi, Shannon from Colorado. Hello from Astoria.
Hi, Shannon. Hello.
So what was your like initial gut like reaction? Because then I'll say mine.
My first reaction was, oh my god, that is in bad taste. Like, that was my first reaction. My second reaction was, why do we care so much? She's a comedian and she made a bad joke.
Right. I think, well, like, when I first saw it, I was just like, no, this is fake. Like, someone photoshopped this. This is an old picture of Kathy Griffin. Like, I thought someone was doing it, like, you know, as just, another, like, a bad joke. And then it was her. I was like, oh, okay, and don't get it wrong. Like, neither of us support Trump, but
I'm really grateful that no one has taken that picture and put the caption, "The future liberals want" underneath of it.
Don't tempt me, girl.
Hi, James.
Hi, James.
James, if you're in NYC, come down to Icon in Astoria tonight.
Yes, we're gonna get to the second. And hi, Kelsey. Thank you so much. I would love to do your makeup. Shannon, Shannon actually proved a point. She does for shock value, and guess what? She's suddenly relevant again.
It's true.
So, you know, means to an end? I don't know.
Well, and I've always thought that Kathy Griffin was a comedian who was purposefully crossing the line.
Oh, 100%. Like,
that's like her point.
Like, she's going to be, I see it as just like, she's like Joan Rivers' replacement.
Absolutely.
Like, Joan Rivers is like that. Hi, James. She's, yeah, and like, and this is the thing where it comes down to, like, because I love stand-up comedy. I love doing the, hi, Paul! Stand-up comedy is one of those things that's kind of like drag, where, like, we get on the microphone and we say any gutter butt shit that we want.
It's true.
But there's a medium, and there's a line. You know, like, you know, I wouldn't just come out of the microphone and make an AIDS joke.
I've done it before. It did not go well.
It does not go well.
Not go well.
There are just certain things that you need to be sensitive upon. Oh, thank you, Maureen. She says our lake up is awesome. And Becca. Thank you, Becca. And Akiko. I love that name. Akiko, where are you from? I want to know where you're from. And hi, Olga. What's up, chica?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Talking about cultural appropriation.
Well, that's what bothers me about the reaction to Kathy Griffin. Okay, so can I be a little real for a second?
Go ahead.
So Kathy Griffin made a joke in poor taste about violence against President Trump.
Yeah.
Right? She's a comedian. Not every joke lands. Not every joke is funny. And sometimes you have to, like, get them out in the universe to realize they're not funny.
Right.
You know what I mean? Donald Trump, throughout his political campaign, was inciting violence against people who were anti-Trump.
Yeah.
The whole time. And, like, he's a politician. He's not a comedian. So he wasn't trying to be funny. He was, like, saying things. And I think that our energy is focused on the wrong person.
Akiko's Japanese, and I love it.
Oh, hello.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Like, I think we shouldn't be focusing our energy on Kathy Griffin because she made a bad joke. We should be focusing our energy on Donald Trump, who actually does terrible things in his policies, and, like, currently is pulling out of climate change talks in Paris, which is, like, a huge deal.
Yeah. This is no way condoning anything that Donald Trump does, just so we're clear. It's just, it's been everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And I wanted reactions. It's like a hot button issue.
Well, we should talk about it, I think. But like, I think the culture at large, like, we're drag queens to talk about the whole culture.
Exactly.
But like the culture at large, like, why do you care about Kathy Griffin when you should care about your fucking Earth? That's like, you know,
it was
not being taken care of.
Right. It was one of those things where it really depends on who you are as a person. That everyone received it differently. So it was just like, hold on, who said that? James, we are from New York City.
Yes, we're
reporting live from Astoria, Queens.
Aye, aye. And Akiko says, the action of Orange Man is no comparison to Kathy's photo, and I agree, Akiko.
It is. And it's like, it's that balance of, like, knowing when you've crossed the line. And I think she did the right thing, and then I think that she apologized because of the reaction. She had no intention of apology. Have you seen the TMZ video?
No.
She lit it, so like it's behind the scenes of the photo shoot, and they're recording while the shoot's going on, and they're going at the pictures on the back of the camera, and she's just like, yep, we should just go to Mexico right now. Call your husband, tell him you love her, we're just not going to survive this, we'll just go to Mexico now. So she knew. She knew it was going to be, you know, controversial and stuff like that, and I think what got her, honestly, was Trump's son's reaction.
Oh, when he thought Donald Trump was really dead?
Right.
Do you know what? If he lived in the White House with Donald Trump...
I was going to say, if you saw Daddy every day, you'd know he wasn't dead.
But New York State is
funding that's none of my business.
I drank on that chaser, I would drink right now.
But yeah, and it's crazy. But okay, now
You know what? Kathy Griffin should have had her covfefe.
Thank you for segueing. And now we're going to talk about something fun and stupid. Kerfefe. That is the newest, hottest word on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I've seen 10,000 fucking memes about Kerfefe today. And, like, I didn't even know what it was. I saw it on Facebook, and then I Googled it and got all of, like, the Twitter and all that stuff. I was like, okay, new word. Let's get it.
As much as I don't like Donald Trump, as somebody who has to be funny on microphone, he is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh my god, I can't wait to say, come up and kerfefe me in the ass sometime. I'm saying that tonight, don't steal it.
I won't. I've got 4 other kerfefe
I bet you that.
down, so we're good, girl.
So, yeah, so who here is like, has anyone here been like shamelessly using the kerfefe? Like, so one of my friends, Justin Luke, he's an night promoter, he did this status say, and he was like, party this weekend, no kerfefe before 11:30, $5 kerfefe after midnight. Like, I just love how you take these things, you just make them what they are. But yes,
when life hands you a stupid president, you have to make jokes.
You have to make jokes. You have to make jokes to survive. A sense of humor is the only way that we are going to survive the next 3.6 years, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, listen, hopefully he's impeached soon.
No, Pence is worse.
Okay, that's fair.
It is.
We need to impeach like half of the cabinet to get to somebody who's sane.
Yeah, I know. Let me not make a bombing joke.
That's good. We don't want you to pull a Kathy Griffin.
Thanks,
today.
Kathy Griffin. Learned lesson. It's just like the stuff that's going on in like what's going on right now. There's, you know, and some people react negatively when you talk about politics. This is actually my first Cocktails and Contours where I'm talking about politics, and I felt like you were minus the reunion that we had. Oh yeah, we had like a 5 drag queen union, also in the video archives, also on my YouTube. It was a blast.
I'm there, girls.
Because politics is a very like touchy subject. Either people are like super into it, or they like don't want to talk about it at all.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a little unfortunate because politics has become this thing that we either are completely obsessed with and ruins our lives on a daily basis because we're aware of what's going on, or we completely rub it out and we have no idea what's going on because we don't want to know. We'd rather be blissful and happy or knowledgeable and miserable.
I think that politics has become so polarized and we're so averse to opinions that differ from ours that people who aren't educated are intimidated by politics because they're afraid to say the wrong thing, they're afraid to piss the wrong people off, and so there's this barrier.
There are a lot of Trump supporters that say a lot of political stuff and they're not educated, so I don't know if that's like...
But there also are educated conservatives who supported Trump.
There's a difference between like crazy Trump supporters and like conservatives.
Right. That's real.
That's real. Like I don't hate conservative. I think there's you know, it's called balance of power, and I still think we need more than 2 parties in America.
I agree.
But
I also wish we had
conservatism as far as politics goes, and it's funny, when I was younger and learning about politics, someone described me as a social liberal and a fiscal conservative.
Oh.
And I was just like, you can have different opinions than the people, like you said. It's so polarized. You feel like you have to choose one side or the other, and you don't have to.
And often the truth is at the middle ground.
Absolutely.
You know what
That's
I mean?
true with anything.
Yeah.
Girl, because there's been some stuff going on in the drag community that the truth is in the middle. Did you see the feud between Tatiana and Tyra the other day?
With Morgan involved and
with
Raven
like posting
and
phone numbers and...
Woo, girl!
Alright, so let me catch you up. So, like this or love this if you're a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race. So 2 contestants from RuPaul's Drag Race. One was the season 2 winner, and the other one was in the same season, top 4, and then came back for All Stars. Like, got into this thing out of nowhere, and one of them posted like all her texts and her phone number, so the other one did it in return, and it just snowballed into this like crazy thing.
Messy.
It was on Facebook, it was on Instagram, it was on Twitter, like people were going off. And last week, 2 weeks ago actually, my last guest, Adriana Trento, we talked about shade in the drag community. You can also check out that video in the archive. And I feel like it's a very... No one, like, there's so few queens to know the difference now between, like, shade and, like, vitriol.
Amen!
You know? Like,
amen, girl.
Shade's supposed to be funny, vitriol's like, no, I don't like you.
Well, neither does
You
the
know?
audience. Can I this hasn't been, like, public, but recently a drag queen messaged me in New York, and she was like, hey, girl, I heard you said this about me at your show. And I apologized. I was like, I was just being shady and funny. Like, that did happen at my show. And she was like, no, I'm not saying this to you because I'm offended. I know you are. I know you're my friend. I'm saying this to you because the audience did not realize you were being shady, and they took it personally, and they're fans of mine and fans of yours.
That actually happened to me at one of my rock bar shows. I was on stage, and 2 other queens walked in, and I was being playful, and like someone in the audience it was the first time seeing me, but knew the girls from rock bar. And they're like, who's this bitch, like, insulting them on stage? And I was just like, I know them. They're my friends. And it came to me the other day, another rock girl messaged me. It was just like, oh, I was getting messages from people just like, oh, she's being insulting and disrespectful. And I was like, no, I was being playful. They were laughing. So it's really hard to gauge. And it's not even in the drag community. It's everywhere. Friends make fun of each other. Co-workers make fun of each other. You know, like, it's, you know, shade.
My fiance makes fun of me.
Exactly. Small penis, I know.
Listen, the receipts are on Tumblr, y'all. The receipts are on Tumblr. No, but I think it's so interesting that there are clearly lines between shade and bullying and shade and vitriol.
Yeah.
And really, where I draw the line personally as a drag queen is if it's on microphone and I say your name, it's playful.
But of course, because you can quote me on that.
if I really don't like you,
I'm not gonna say
your
that on a
name.
microphone.
Right.
Or I'll kiki with someone in the dead of night with someone I'm just like, ooh, girl, this, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not gonna say that on a microphone.
Right. And like maybe, much like Kathy Griffin, maybe the joke doesn't land. Do you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean it's not a joke.
Right.
You know? That doesn't mean it's not a joke.
And it goes back to intent. I think that if at the core of anything, action, thought, deed, I think intent should be considered. You know?
Impact is also very important.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that says it should be considered. Intention is not everything, because some people with the best intentions make the worst fucking decisions. But
yeah,
sometimes you mean to be funny, you meant to be playful. Sometimes, guys, when you try to, like, pick up a girl and your pickup line does not land, you didn't mean to be a disrespectful douchebag, but that's how you sounded. So...
And so if she feels like you're a disrespectful douchebag, you
get a drink in the face.
Back off and chill out. Kathy Griffin meant to be a disrespectful douchebag.
Right.
She did.
That the intent was clearly there.
She was aware.
She was very aware of what she was doing, which makes it even more crazy that she apologized.
Well,
how do you feel about her apologizing? Do you think she should have apologized? Do you think she shouldn't have?
I think that she shouldn't have done it.
Well, okay.
So
barring it's already done. The deed is done. We've had reactions. Do you think she should have apologized?
So I think the apology is dandy and welcome, because what happened is she posted it intending to shock and intending to offend, but she didn't. But the court of opinion in social media has gotten to be so strong that it really, as opposed to like, oh, she's a shock jock, oh, she said this offensive thing, it started to tear her career down. Now, I would also like to point out that there are plenty of male shock jocks, like Rush Limbaugh, like, oh fuck, what's his name?
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly, who say offensive shit on their shows and don't have their careers torn down. And Kathy Griffin has had her career, like, attacked today. It's not torn down. She's gonna survive, whatever. Right. She's been around for forever. But, like, she's had her career attacked today because of it. And so she apologized because her career is more important than this joke.
Fair. And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
As a responsible adult, when you did something that caused waves and whatever, much like if you say something that didn't mean to be said, like you with the Queen who said, I heard you say this. I
apologized to her right away.
It's not worth the joke. Yeah. It's not worth the joke. And if you feel it is, you might be a dickbag. So, anyway, and with that, we still have one more shot because we're about halfway through our broadcast.
Oh, girl.
We haven't gotten any comments in a bit. So, cheers, chicas. Feel free to comment if you want to ask any questions because we're about to plug our show and give you a little sneak peek of what we're about. But that one was actually not bad.
I know, I liked it. I like both these, actually.
You're so stupid.
They're flavorful.
I hate you. So tonight, we have a very full night ahead of us.
Yes.
We are heading to Icon in Astoria.
Hello.
Gilda has a show every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. And now we're both Icon girls. I have a show there every Saturday at 10.
Wasted Saturdays.
Wasted Saturdays.
And Wabbit Hole Wednesdays.
Yeah, so why don't you, since you're our illustrious host for the evening, tell us a little bit about Wabbit Hole Wednesdays and what we can expect for anyone who's in Astoria, in Queens, around Queens. Come down. We promise we'll give you a great show, but give us a little insight of what we're in for.
Yeah, so I want Wabbit Hole Wednesdays to be sort of, I'm billing it as an interactive night of smut. So I obviously perform and I do songs and I'm a live singer and I write like sexy parodies, but I also have a lot of games to play with the audience. I do things like erotica Mad Libs where we take something, tonight we're taking Great Expectations and we're trying to turn a passage from Great Expectations into erotica.
I can do that really easily.
Right now. I do porno trivia, which I still need to look up the questions for that. I have Shots for Thoughts, which is a lovely game that I invented. You should come down and play it.
Come on, Rhymes.
We have lots, right? Shots for Thoughts, it's great. We have lots of games, and they're all about, like, being sexy and being candid and not really having a filter when it comes to, like, that.
I'm about.
Yeah.
I'm about it. Well, and that's why she's having me as her first guest ever.
Amen. I want you to come into my Wabbit Hole with Bella.
Right, exactly. Hashtag no filter. You know me. I may be from the sea, but I don't filter that shit.
Hey!
So
Hey! Brita Filter does all the filtering for us.
Exactly. She has enough filter to go around, which is ironic because there's none. There's none. Love you, Brita, if you're watching. So, can you give because I know you said you do sexy parodies. What has been one of, because I know you have a few. What's your favorite sexy parody that you've made? Don't you have to sing, give what the song was and what you turned it into?
My favorite sexy parody is a sexy parody with a message. I rewrote the lyrics to be Italian from the musical 9 to be wear a condom. Because even if you're on PrEP, wearing a condom is important for a safer sex experience.
Sex positive. Love it. Love it. I'm so excited to like do this with you tonight. And Icon is a really like great bar, and I know I'm plugging like our show. And
well, you should come out on Saturdays. Bella Noche is one of you have a lot of experience hosting parties.
I do.
And I would absolutely say that you are one of the most entertaining and enjoyable hosts to be around.
Thank you.
It's true. Listen, speaking of being sex positive, I have frequented the underwear party that you host at the West End multiple times, and I always have a good time, partly because of the boys in underwear, but also partly because of you.
Oh, thank you.
You're a blast, girl.
I enjoy being a blast. Like, part of my Drag Race study is like, yes, it's color and fantasy, but like, we're just there to have a good time. Absolutely. And I'm there to like make sure you have a good time.
We're just like fun hosts in better clothes and makeup.
It is. And I've hosted with Gilda a number of times before.
She's
and
amazing.
It's fun. She's one of my favorite people to like work with. Tonight's gonna be so much fun.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
What else do you have going? Because she's a busier, like, she's like full-time queen, like no day job, only just drag, kind of jealous. But where else can we find you during the week?
So today is Wednesday. I have Wabbit Hole Wednesdays. Today is sort of my Monday, essentially. And then, well, every day's on Monday. It doesn't matter. Fridays, I'm at Albatross Bar for our Drag Race viewing party. And we were, according to Time Out Magazine, we were one of the best places to watch Drag Race in the city. They called me divine, which I will take as a compliment.
She usually hears that from her grinder hookups.
Hey! That's true. Someone once told me my pussy heals everything, so... on Sundays...
Gotta bottle that shit. Trip.
On Sundays, I am hosting Sisters Drag Brunch with Gina Tonic at L&W Oyster Company from noon to 3.
Fun fact, Gina Tonic was the first guest I ever had on Cocktails and Contours. Go back in the archives, she's there. Girl, it was a long-ass video. We did each other's makeup, and we were wasted at the end. Fun times.
I'm gonna be wasted at the end of this, and it's been a short video. And then on Mondays, I host Brokeback Bingo at Albatross Bar, which, oh my god, this is the first time I'm announcing this, actually. Oh, I need to release the poster. I'm renaming it Body Bingo. B-A-W-D-Y Bingo.
Body!
Because it means, like, sexy and uninhibited, which is very much what I do. So
I feel like Brokeback was kind of reminiscent of that.
Well, yes. I think Brokeback is a little bit too gay-centric, where a bingo show is sort of more all the colors of the rainbow. You know what I mean?
Okay, cute.
So I wanted to invite the straight people of Astoria to Body Bingo, because drag queens are for everybody.
Drag queens are for everybody.
And so
we're
is
equal
bingo.
opportunity lenders.
Amen.
As long as you tip.
I won't lend to you at all, but I will let you into my show. Because I don't have the money to lend you. I spent it all on this.
I could say shady comment, but it might be considered bullying. No, I love this girl so much. So this has been a very special Cocktails and Contours from Astoria. We usually do it from Manhattan, from East Harlem, at my grotto, my abode. Come in, my child.
Now we're in Gilda Wabbit's Warren.
Mm-hmm. We're in Gilda Habits. We're down in the hole, ladies and gentlemen. So come jump down with us. We are going to be at Icon Astoria, which is on 33rd Street, right off of Broadway. 33rd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, come on, memory.
33rd Street, right off the Broadway stop.
And it's super cute, super fish. It's going to be a fun fucking night. It is. I love it. I love
fish.
it.
I have gills now.
Super fish. That's what I do. That's my STD.
Man,
I love you, girl. This has been so much fun.
You're amazing.
Yes.
Thank you.
This is great.
Oh, before I go, can I tell them to follow me on
I wasn't gonna close without that, girl.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Venmo at Gilda Wabbit, GildaWabbit, and you can also find me at GildaWabbit.com and YouTube.
And same goes for me. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Bella Noche NYC. For all of your mermaid needs, I am happily swimming to your service.
Fuck Ariel.
No, I love Ariel. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a blast. This is Cocktails and Contours. My special guest today was once again the fabulous Gilda Wabbit. I'm your host, Bella Noche. I'm here every other week, so please tune back in, share, like, and we hope you have a beautiful night in New York. Mwah.
Take care,
Thanks for
everybody.
watching.